Hi again, friends and strangers. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to this small community. Today I will be talking about the part 2 of my earlier video, which is the 2021 book releases, and this will tackle the June to November book releases that are on my TBR. Before we move on with the rest of the video, don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe if you haven't yet. It really helps me. I'm currently on 80 subscribers as I'm speaking with you today, but I hope I get to at least 100 before, I don't know, before June. Our first book, it's The Other Black Girl by Zakiya Dalila Harris. Listen carefully. Let me tap my inexistent mic. Excuse me. It's Get Out meets The Devil Wears Prada. Like, instant add to cart. I mean, add to my TBR. The book is set in a book publishing company in New York. There's Nella, who is tired of the microaggressions at work since she's the only black employee there. Then comes a new black employee who apparently takes the spotlight and, you know, sets her aside. The name of this new employee is Hazel, and she instantly becomes I'm just gonna delete my channel at this point. Hazel, who shortly becomes the new office darling. Then Nella starts receiving hostile messages asking her to leave the company, and it's so interesting and I'm very excited about this. I have a feeling that this is gonna be a really good book. Next on our June 2021 releases is The Chosen and the Beautiful by Nghi, the same author of Empress of Salt and Fortune series, which I liked and will be included in my January wrap-up video. Again, ladies and gentlemen and everyone in between, this cover is sending me. It looks so pretty. Like, just admiring it, you know. The book is a coming-of-age story about a queer Asian character in 1920s America, and it's full of magic and mystery, and I'm all here for it. Another June release is The Maidens by Michaelides, the same author of The Silent Patient, which I kind of enjoyed, but the ending was just meh for me, but I'm still excited for this. The book is set in Cambridge, and a murder that may have something to do with the Maidens, which is a secret society of female students who adores this Greek tragedy professor. A group therapist is determined to discover the truth and gets obsessed with finding proof on the professor's guilt. Greek mythology, murder and mystery. Yes. Another June release is Ace of Spades by Faridah Abike-Iyimide. The book is set in this private academies whose hallways are run by money. Then there's an anonymous texter who's determined to out two students' dark secrets. So it says that this book will also dive into institutionalized racism. So YA thriller with social commentary. You need this on your TBR, and we need more of this. Another June release is The Weekend by Kara Thomas. Kara Thomas is quite known in the community for her thriller books, but I just haven't read any of those yet. There are 3 best friends who went on a secret hiking trip for their prom weekend getaway, but something goes wrong because one character wakes up bloodied with no memory of what happened and where her friends are. Now for our July releases, one is 6 Crimson Cranes by Elizabeth Lim. Again, let us all just take a moment, deep breath, and admire this freaking beautiful cover. Like, wow. That's so pretty. This book is also from the author of Spin the Dawn, which I haven't read yet, but is on my TBR. This book is inspired by East Asian folklore, where there's magic, enchanted cranes, dragons from sea, conspiracy, and a throne to overtake. It sounds like such a lush and adventurous read, and I'm really excited for it. Another June release is Survive the Night by Riley Sager. It's from the author of one of my favorite thriller books of all time, which is Lock Every Door. If you haven't read this yet, I suggest listening to the audiobook. It's fantastic. This book is basically a carpool gone wrong situation. The book is basically a carpool gone wrong situation in 1991 when technology isn't that prevalent yet, and our main character Josh is in a car traveling to Ohio with a man who may or may not be a serial killer. They're traveling in an empty highway in the middle of the night, but Josh has no choice but to survive the night. Another July release is The Stranger in the Mirror by Constantine. Our main character, Addison, is about to get married, but there's this nagging feeling that she doesn't know who she really is. A few years ago, she was found bleeding in a highway and doesn't remember anything about what happened. On the other hand, a guy living in Boston is trying to figure out what happened to his loving wife and why she just disappeared all of a sudden years ago. So, you know, it might be connected, and I'm looking forward to the twists that this book will offer. Another July release is For Your Own Good by Samantha Downing, the same author of My Lovely Wife, which is another fantastic thriller book, which I recommend listening to the audiobook of. The synopsis doesn't give much, except that the book is set in a private school and there's a teacher who may or may not be murderous. It's like this teacher has very shady ways of teaching his students. So for August, we have A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Lee. This book takes place in a boarding school called Dalloway School that is haunted by its history of witchcraft in the form of spirits of 5 students who are rumored to be witches. These girls were said to have died mysteriously. Felicity, the main character, whose girlfriend died in that same school, is back for her graduation. She meets this new girl, which she is slowly getting drawn to. Soon, this girl will ask Felicity's help to research these 5 students who are rumored to be witches, and this research will help her write the novel that she's writing. Next, for the August release, is The Perfect Place to Die by Bryce Moore.
This book tells the story.
This book tells the story of Zuretta's hunt for her missing sister Ruby, who went to Chicago. What's interesting is Zuretta will be working in the very hotel that the infamous and notorious serial killer H.H. Holmes has built for his crimes. So the synopsis implies that Zuretta will be up against Holmes himself, an actual murderer, mind you, in order to find her sister who used to work for the hotel. Sounds very interesting and kind of cliche, I don't know, because it's an actual teenager who's up against H.H. Holmes, like the H.H. Holmes. So I'll give this a try. Not expecting anything, but I'm still excited for this. Next on our August release is The Dark Way Down by Chelsea Ichaso. This is a psychological thriller about Piper, who is guilty about her sister falling from a mountain called Suicide Point, which put her in a coma. Apparently, Piper is guilty about it since she knows it was partly her fault. I don't know. It wasn't revealed what she did, of course. Piper finds a note from a club in her sister's locker. This note was an invite for a camping trip on the day and place where Piper's sister fell. So the mystery there is that maybe someone from the club might know what really happened there and how her sister fell from the mountain. Next is How to Kill Your Best Friend by Lexie Elliott. This book, there are 3 friends who are part of the swim team, and one of the friends drowned, which was a mystery because that friend is one of the strongest member of the swim team. The 2 remaining friends went to a resort to honor their dead friend, but they were instead trapped in the island with the other funeral guests. Island plus a possibly murderous dead best friend? I don't know. It's just the perfect cliched mystery story, and I'm here for it. Last on our August list is My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones, who is dubbed as the Jordan Peele in horror literature. It's an automatic TBR for me because I've only heard good things about The Only Good Indians, which is on my January TBR, and I've yet to read. The book is about this rural lake town that is quickly being gentrified. Jade, one of the citizens of this town, is worried about the town because she feels like she's trapped in a slasher film. Tourists go missing and there may be a killer on the loose. The town is going to shit. So excited for this. And for November, I'm very excited about Our Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. This is a sequel to This Violent Ends, the Romeo and Juliet retelling in 1920 Shanghai. And spoiler alert, I freaking love this book. I freaking love These Violent Delights. It's gonna be on my wrap-up. I'm gonna be having a lot of chaotic thoughts and probably incoherent screaming, which I'll try not to do. It doesn't have a cover yet since it was just announced a while back that there's going to be a sequel and it's going to be released in November. No cover reveals and synopsis yet, but I know that this will also be very juicy and amazing. I'm both excited and scared for this book because, one, it's a Romeo and Juliet retelling, and we know, at least most of us know, how Romeo and Juliet will end, and it's common knowledge that they both die in the end. I don't even want to think about it. I'm just gonna let Miss Chloe Gong hurt me like she did in These Violent Delights. So I am very much excited to be hurt. And that's it, everyone, for the 2021 book releases part 2. I hope you guys enjoyed and have added some of these books in your TBR. I can't wait to hear about other creators' TBR for the year 2021, aka 2020 version 2.0. Again, I appreciate you getting to this point in the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell as well to be notified whenever I have new uploads. That's it. Why is it so hard to end videos? So that's it. See you in my next video, friends and strangers. Bye.